The economy.
Yes.
Just saw a few 100,000 jobs created.
Well, if that's true, and I'm not sure it's true. In fact, if you look at some of the statistics that the Labor Department puts out, even the workforce is shrinking. So I'm not sure that that's really true. If you look at the true data, I think we've lost a lot more jobs than the Labor Department's even counting. But the thing is, the president and the administration is claiming how great their stimulus bill has been and this payroll tax holiday. They've been dismal failures. The only thing that is going to really stimulate the economy is something like My Jobs Act, which would...
What is Congressman Dr. Paul Brown of Georgia's plan to stimulate the economy?
My Jobs Act.
In just a few short sentences.
Okay, My Jobs Act. Lowers corporate taxes and it
To
lowers
what?
zero permanently. Lowers capital gains taxes to zero permanently.
What about the debt? How do we get the deficit down and start keeping the debt level, if not repaying some of it? What specifically do you propose we do?
Well, we've got to stop spending money we don't have.
Yeah, but everybody says,
well,
Harry Reid says it, Pelosi says it.
Yeah, but that's just...
But what specifically do we do?
Well, I voted against raising the debt limit. In fact, I introduced a bill to lower the debt limit. Think about that. I did that myself. And people say, well, this is just a joke and it's a farce. No, it's not. We've got to get the American people to understand we are broke as a nation.
What can we cut? Where do we cut?
Well, I'd like to cut out the Department of Education. I'd like to cut out the Department of Labor. I'd like to cut out the Department of Commerce. I'd like to cut out the EPA. You want me to go on and on, EEOC. I mean, most of the federal government that we have today is unconstitutional according to the original intent. We need to get rid of all the size and scope of government. And another thing I propose doing, let's sell some of these assets the federal government has. There are empty buildings in Washington, D.C., valuable real estate that we could sell, put that money in a debt reduction. We've got land and trees all over this country that we are mismanaging.
I got a good
sell all
one for you,
this
which
stuff.
I'll do on camera with you.
Okay.
Andrews Air Force Base. Great piece of property, almost right near the center of Washington, D.C.
Right.
What's it used for?
Well, I'm in the Navy Reserves, and actually I go out there. That's where I drill, is out at Andrews Air Force Base.
That's pretty expensive.
The Naval Aviation
That's pretty expensive real estate.
Absolutely. It houses Air Force One.
Yeah, but that's only but that could be housed in a lot of other
places. That's right. We could put it out of Dulles Airport for that matter and secure it out there.
Save hundreds of millions of dollars and sell it for billions.
That's right.
The land's worth billions.
And that's what I'm promoting at Mallory is let's sell this kind of real estate. Let's have the federal government start getting out of controlling the vast resources that we have. Let's put it all in the private sector. Let's manage it properly. We have to be good stewards of our environment. I'm all in favor of that. And we should. We must. God demands it of us. But let's get rid of all, particularly the unused stuff, and let's start extracting the energy sources that we have in this country, which would help also, and utilize some of that money in debt reduction.